Hey there, Ophiuchus. Welcome to Esoteric Tales and Tarot. This is your crystal ball scrying and your tarot card reading for the month of September or whenever you find this. I spent some time meditating with my Stargate Oracle deck beforehand and came out with two cards for you. This is an unavailable deck at the moment. I'm not sure what has happened to Janice, but she's an amazing artist from New Zealand. And you might want to pause as well to have a look at the artwork on these cards. So we have this two cards. Random acts of kindness can brighten someone's day with forgiveness. And then healing on all levels, DNA blueprint reconnection are your messages here. I'm really attracted to the purples that are in this card and colors. I feel like wearing color, if you've been wearing a lot of black, goodness knows I've been doing too much wearing black, is going to be something that will lift your frequency and your energy, Ophiuchus, for the month of September or whenever you see this video. It's important for you because that even reminds me of, looks like a skirt and a top here that I'm seeing, even though it's not, it's in a prism, but it's looking like that. This is such a cute little elephant here with the flower and the, you know, a bit of forgiveness and doing those random acts of kindness being important. I'm going to get to this feeling sad and inside this because it relates to the crystal ball, because it looks to me like a crystal ball here in this card. And what I did see, sadly, was that someone has not been that kind for some reason to Ophiuchus. Now, you might have heard some unkind words because the song that came through the crystal ball was, I think it's Christina, you know, you are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down, so don't you bring me down today. That was the song that I was hearing. Christina Aguilera. So that song was completely in the crystal ball. It was basically everything that I was getting was this sort of, feeling like maybe somebody has said something that's upsetting, but the way to kind of get around it is for you to just do random acts of kindness and say nice things to others. Sort of start to do out in the universe what was the opposite of what happened to you. I feel like for some reason, because someone's been sort of picking on you or talking behind your back, there's something that you're upset about. Maybe you've heard about it and it's really quite upsetting. So that is an energy that is coming through that I need to sort of address here. I want to grab a Romance Angels Oracle card from the Doreen Virtue deck as well. It could be to do with partnership as well, that maybe things haven't been going well, or maybe it broke up and there was cross words said or something that you've taken to heart. I feel like you're a strong person and you weren't expecting to hear what this is. So it's, you know, we can be strong externally and seem like we've got everything together. If we hear a personal comment that's upsetting, we can take it to heart. I want to see what comes out. It's like you don't want to tell me exactly from the Romance Angels as well. It's taking time for one of the cards to come through for Ophiuchus. So yeah, I was getting a little bit of a melancholy coming through, but it can be switched around by you doing the opposite. It's like you need to show the universe, the world, how to behave so that it reflects back to you. Not that you would ever do that one yourself. This is the card that they told me to grab. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. This could be relevant for those that are in a relationship where it's felt like it's trapped you and you do need to remove yourself in a romantic setting. This could also be why you've got the healing on all levels, the DNA blueprint reconnection. Perhaps in a relationship, you may have ended up compromising your energy because when we're around people and things don't go well in relationships, it lowers our vibration. So that might be why you've got the DNA blueprint coming back. Maybe you kind of fell off your path a little bit, Ophiuchus, just briefly. So freeing yourself out of a relationship, out of a workplace, out of a situation, perhaps it's a household even where you're renting and it's not good for your energy. I'm getting that's the way forward, just to basically jump out of that situation and don't feel like you've got like you need to feel guilty, or that there's any obligations that, you know, you haven't served properly, because I feel like you've done your best here, and it's time to sort of move away from that energy. I've grabbed you a fairy tale oracle card from the Lucy Cavendish deck. It's funny, I've had swans coming in. I'm doing some work with a hypnotist friend of mine on swans. I've got a Mandela effect with them. So the Children of Le Voice. So this is card number 37. I'm going to read a message for you from that deck, but I'm getting that protection now is important. I'm seeing this person protecting, it looks like a child here. It looks like the wings are almost angel wings that come from the swan. But I'm getting that there is protection around you, but also that you do need to consciously activate it, is the way that they're saying it to me as well, Ophiuchus. I'm just reading some tarot from the vice versa tarot here. I am getting that, yeah, you do need to consciously do your energetic hygiene by, before you walk out the door, putting some protection around yourself, because it is as if people are using the opportunity of you being quite open and having your almost like having your aura hanging out, and they're getting sort of jealous and, yeah, mistreating you is the way that it is. At bottom of the deck, this is interesting. You need to have a look at the Scorpio, the one before you. Bottom of the deck, you've got it in the same way. The Six of Pentacles. And it's coming through in exactly that. Sometimes I see different things, that the energy is the same, Ophiuchus, to Scorpios. You're suffering the same thing. Somebody is now realizing that they've done something unfair to you, and they know that they need to correct it. So the Six of Pentacles, in the original Rider-Waite deck, there are two people down underneath a person. They're giving pennies out, and it's like you've been breadcrumbed somewhere along the line. But there's all this sort of wealth and prosperity down here, but this person kind of knows they've got to deal out the money. But my sense in this card is that this person is now suffering from understanding that they've been unfair to you, Ophiuchus. So there's something uneven and unfair that needs correction towards you. And it could have been happening for quite some time. This is the Knight of Swords that's coming in through. Now, this energy is air sign energy. We've got Aquarius, Gemini, and Librans, which could be relevant to you. Of course, we're in Libran season at the moment, kind of coming around to that area. So, and all around that time of year. So this is air sign energy, which is communication, fast communication coming in or charging in, or you yourself coming out with things that are what you need. There's the reverse of it feels like a more freeing. This is charging in almost with the thunderclouds around it. So I get that, you know, you're probably at a point where you are ready to fly out of there, getting out and maybe saying, hey, I'm heading off. Like, that's enough. Take care. Ciao, you know, make my final payments into this account if it's a workplace. Or, you know, I'm taking this, that's what's fair, and I'm heading off. You've got the Lovers card coming in here as well, which is an interesting energy to have. Both sides are different. This is not the reverse, this is the upright. So we've got the sun shining down on this. It could have been that there's been temptation by others as well, because I'm seeing here, it's like the Adam and Eve with the serpent here. Maybe you are running towards something as well that's going to be happier by freeing yourself, and it's going to be a good connection. Perhaps you've got the angels now guiding over you, and I feel like you maybe had fire and smoke and cloud coming through here, and now it's clearing. You're understanding now that you were in something that made you feel trapped. So I feel like you are protected as well by the angels. You've got a bit of nostalgia here. Perhaps it was something that you were hanging on to for a while that was unfair, but we've got the Six of Cups here. This is the upright where you're getting the offer. This is where it's been withheld, or it's uneven, unfair, or you're not seeing it coming towards you. Maybe you've been waiting around on somebody from the past, and it's time to free yourself of that energy, that energetic connection. Perhaps, like I said, it was someone that might have wounded you quite badly as well in the past, and it's time to release yourself of that and let it go. Nighttime energy coming in here, looking, kind of reflecting, but unable to take that next step and to cut the cord and just free yourself and to move forward. We are going to look into, I'm curious as to what's underneath. So yeah, there could have been other energy, because I'm getting the Three of Wands here underneath. Yeah, look, there could be a judgment that's sort of coming in because something is unfair. And I think you're going to find that by freeing yourself, you're going to find things far more even for you, Ophiuchus. It's going to be better for you. Let's grab the message from the Children of Lur, which is the card 37 here. Lur. It is all fairy tales in this one. So this picture, out with you upon the wild waves, children of the king, henceforth your cries shall be with the flocks of birds. So this is a tale from Ireland. We learn of 5 kings battling to rule over the Tuatha De Danann. I will have got that wrong. The people of the land, sometimes called fairy. One ruler is chosen, but one king walks from the gathering, proclaiming himself their chieftain in protest at the choice of the people, and to appease him in time and to ease the suffering he has at the death of his first wife in childbirth, the chief offers him his foster daughter to wed. So it goes on to do with that storyline. So there is an unfairness here, and it's an old story, so maybe look this fairy tale up and get the full story here. So the reason why you've got this card is here to remind you of the eternal nature of your soul, that while lifetimes will shift and change and you will transform from one incarnation to another, your soul is on a journey and you are more than what takes place within this one lifetime. Your soul is ages old, has already traveled so far, and soon you will understand at least a part of the current journey far more than you do at present. This card will also remind you that it is natural for your belief system to evolve and even radically alter throughout one lifetime. You are most of all allowed to follow the direction the journey of the soul is taking you in. That's important for this free yourself and having the Knight of Swords that ciao, see you later, I need to head off in a new direction. So the other short meanings to this is your form may change, but your voice remains. Use your voice to speak your story. Shifts from one faith to another. Releasement from a long family burden. Wisdom to stay together with loved ones. Suffering will end. You are loved no matter your form. So this is from the Irish sacred myth, often told as a fairy tale, this story. So listen, there's a lot in here because this one, of course, was healing on all levels, DNA blueprint reconnection, which I think is like having a new you coming into form. And again, having the random acts of kindness will be a way of you to heal yourself and to have that feeling of high vibration. Look at these. This is like a royal blue kind of color here. And mute swans, if you want to look them up, they are, owned by the queen or kind of royal to me too as well. And swans are their symbol is often grace. So gracefully being able to say, I'm kind of at the end of my time here energetically. The person who you're dealing with could have quite green eyes here as well. And using your voice is obviously very important here. So speaking your truth, communication being air sign energy as well. And being able to say something in a nice way, heaven kind of sent, with the angels looking over you as you say something, and freeing yourself. Whatever this is about, Ophiuchus, you'll know what it is. Pop it in the comments below, what you need to free yourself from and how you can move forward and how you can put those boundaries in. I'm seeing the fence there so that you've got a way of elevating yourself and moving forward, changing your DNA blueprint so that you can rise up to the next levels and be on your next lessons and journeys. So Ophiuchus, let me know. Please subscribe to my channel and like the videos. It helps the channel to grow. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope this has been of help. Some lucky numbers that I can sense for you and see. I've got 6, 7, 3, 37. Sixes are very important for you. You've got like 3 of them, 666. Now that is also, we know what 666 often represents as well. So making sure that you stay in a high vibration so that you answer and use your words carefully to speak your truth. 10 is also relevant. I'm also seeing 33 and 42 for you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks, Ophiuchus. Bye.